Oh,
welcome.
who
Like
took
a
my
five.
move,
That
you
was like a
dirty
five.
sons of bitches? All right, listen. This is the roast of Cole Clayton. I am your host. Why am I your host? Because I am a sadistic asshole. So, in case anyone wonders if I hurt your feelings, just know I don't care. And I look forward to watching you cry because of what I said. Let's just start there, okay? Now, some things that people may not realize was Cole decided he wanted to do this on his birthday. Now, I feel like that just tells you what kind of childhood he had, for the simple fact that the closest thing to a gift is his friends being mean to him on his birthday. That's confusing to me. But I'll tell you, Cole has been very hospitable. I've stayed with him a couple times when traveling to Cleveland. Why I went to Cleveland, that's not important. But the one real distinct thing was he tried to say that he was a fat guy like I used to be a fat guy. He gave up after 3 days of eating with me. It was like, I just can't eat anymore. And that told me he didn't have what it takes, people, but he's changed his ways. Now, a lot of you don't know is that Cole and I broke up early on in our friendship. And the reason was that Cole said to me that not everyone works on rich people time. And I'll tell you what, that's a fucking lie, because every time I give him money, he shows up and picks my ass up from the bus station without delay. So he's full of shit. Okay? Now, the best part was the following time, this most recently when I went to his house, he came out of his bedroom as a man does, in his underwear with no shirt on, which is a lot to consume. Now, and I'm saying this having used to be 500 pounds and doing the same thing to people. Now, hilariously, he told me a story after that about how his siblings that also live with him at times would complain because he'd be sitting there and his balls would be hanging out of his boxer shorts. The entire time he told me this story, his balls were hanging out of his boxer shorts. Now, I had to explain to him that I'm Greek. I'm not that Greek. I don't want to look at his balls. So as a treat, I sent him dick pics every 3 weeks, and he stopped wearing his underwear in his own house. It's fine. Okay? Now, a lot of people will say some things. I'll tell you that Cole has a very good judge of character at times. Not all the time. This past time, I was able to not be introduced, but just see his ex-wife from afar, who has a tattoo across her fingers that said self-made. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know people like this, but if you have a person who has the tattoo self-made and wasn't hatched out of an egg, you know they're a little bit retarded. For him, his eyes were all lovey-dovey, and that was how history was made for Cole. Now, granted, I will tell you that there's been a couple times where I wondered about his past because, well, we were driving once and it was a rainstorm, which, you know, rain can be a little bit scary. It does get scarier when you can look down at your feet and see the road from his car. Very scary. What makes it worse was we were going across a bridge and there was surprise lightning, he called it, and he went, ah! Okay? That is the same tone with how he interacted with this surprise lightning. And he said, oh, it might have hit us. We're driving down the road and this happened. And I proceeded to get in the car regularly with this man. I don't know why, but I'll tell you, his candy sucks. That's for sure. Speaking of, we know that Cole was kidnapped when he was younger. I feel like there's going to be a no holds barred attack on that, so I don't know if I should touch it. Just know that he spent his time in Florida and thought he was rich at the time. He was not. He was just kidnapped, and I guess his mom is happy she got him back. Maybe. His siblings aren't, I'll tell you that much. That's for sure. I don't know. there's been a lot to go around. His mother is from East Texas. She says Louisiana. She's lying. That's fine. But one of the key components that really add up is one of the things that if you get Cole fed and liquored up enough, he'll start telling you stories about his childhood. And I tell you, when that happens, it is very important to turn on a camera or a voice recorder or even just have a little notepad, because some of the shit he'll say, well, you kind of have to stop the conversation, because he'll say it such as, oh, I got kidnapped for 6 months and got taken to Florida. And you're going, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, is that not normal? And you're like, no, you got back to your family, also not normal, because he's the worst. But as well, he tells you stories about, the fact that he wrestled an alligator when he was younger. And then he tries to explain how it's totally normal because it was his grandfather that told him to do it. And his grandfather was like, well, I'm too old. You're young and fast. You'll be fine. And he tried to make it as if that made it all make sense. I'll tell you, he kind of lives in a bubble in that way. So it's very confusing. Now, there's a lot more to say, but I want to leave some of those beautiful nuggets of Coleisms for everyone else to share with us. So, for starters, what we're going to do is we're going to bring someone who has a lot of inside information. Now, granted, she is kind of a carbon copy of her mother. So and I'm not sure if this is positive or negative, but she didn't find 6 men to give her 6 different childs by this point. So I'm not sure if that's a win or a loss, but it's definitely something that differentiates the two. Their acts of violence and their decisions to attack men on a regular basis does make them very close, though, I'm sure. So without further ado, East Texas this month. All right, so our first roaster for this wonderful show is going to be all the way from Texas as well, is Ruby Red.
All right, hey everybody, how y'all doing? The thing about it is, me and Clay, we used to be really tight, but I don't know if you know this, me and Clay only have the one parent that's similar. Like, we share one mom, we have different dads. And I'm fixing to start throwing that half up in there, because the way he's been acting lately, no, that's my half brother. Like, I never cared before, but he's been acting weird lately. And he's getting kind of old, too. You hit 30, you're like, Jesus Christ, I can't even talk to this dude anymore. But anyway, but you're right. He will tell stories and you'll just be like, how the fuck did you get into this situation? He was telling me a story earlier about how one of his friends said, let's go get ice cream. And the dude pulled out a meth pipe. How do you get into these situations all the time where people are insinuating something and then meaning something else? That's very interesting.
I had the same questions on that story, to be very clear. I'm like,
and I promise you, if there's a spectrum, Clay is on one. Any spectrum you're thinking of, he's on at least fucking one of them. I swear to God. He's like a less cool version of Fiona Gallagher from Shameless. Have you ever seen that show? Basically, the chick in the ghetto had to like raise all her kids, but she was a lot hotter, and she did it cooler. But Clay's been raising kids a lot longer than he's had one, and I know that because anytime something bad goes wrong, I'll be like, I gotta go call my brother real quick. Hold on, y'all. He's like a pretend dad, but not a very good one, because I was having a panic attack last night, and he said, you got to cut that shit out. You fucking dickhead. Oh, I hate him so much. But he's kind of funny. He's funny in a way that's like, you don't want to admit that you laugh at his jokes, because his jokes are like very offensive sometimes, and you don't want to admit that he's funny, but he fucking is, And this is the first time my boyfriend is meeting my family. I've never brought a boyfriend home, okay? And this jackass wants to do a roast on his birthday with my whole family here. meeting my boyfriend for the first time, and it's just a shit show. And Clay already doesn't like it when people show up to his birthday. So what does he do? He dropped his cake on accident. On accident? No, you would fucking sabotage your fucking cake, jackass. Thanks for that. It's bullshit. But anyway. How does it feel to be old, man?
I don't feel old. That's the problem.
You look it.
Damn.
You go ahead and start putting on some of that eye cream before you go to sleep because you're getting up there, bro.
I got what is this? Extra strength muscle rub.
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
All right.
He jerks off with that.
Does your disdain for women come from how often you get called ma'am on phone calls? Or is it because your hands are real small too?
Oh shit.
There was one time he was arguing with his girlfriend. He was like 16. And my mom had to go in there and tell them, stop arguing so loud. I'm trying to watch Jersey Licious. Y'all doing too much. Y'all gotta shut the fuck up.
That was a good show.
And then he moved away, right? He just up and moved to fucking Ohio for his girlfriend. And he really did it to like get away from his family. How's that working out for you?
Not at all.
He's calling me all the time, be like, this motherfucker, and I'm down in Louisiana, not next to any of these sons of bitches. I'm like, sucks for you. You remember that time you lied about having a lazy eye so you didn't have to play volleyball in gym class?
No.
He said because, quote, it's a girl sport. Oh. And then after Clay had his emo phase, all 4 or 5 of his fucking brothers had to have his emo phase. So thanks to you, I'm hearing the most gut-wrenching screamo music at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday because you just have to be such a trendsetter. And then you're the motherfucker who wants to have long hair and wear pink jeans in Texas and wonder why you had to go to ISS every fucking day. And he'd be like, oh, I'm not gay. Wearing eyeliner and pink jeans, bro. Like, are bad for mistaking that. You know? Clay really thought he was going to be like, he thought he was like Kurt Cobain and Ronnie Radke's love child growing up. If I had to describe his attire, it was really wild. And then sometimes he'd go in my mom's closet and like find clothes to wear for Halloween and shit. And then be like, why does everyone think I'm gay? Like, dude, you're wearing your mom's clothes for Halloween. Like, are you pulling a Caitlyn Jenner or what?
Oh, shit. Shots fired.
And don't let Clay fool you. He used to be a nerd. He used to be chubby and play violin when he was like 12. And then he gained a lot of height and said, fuck it, I'm going to be a rock star. And look where he is now.
Rock and roll, baby.
Still chubby.
Right.
There's time in between where I wasn't. Calm down.
I mean, okay.
When you were
Let's not forget the time you got my house burned down because you couldn't keep it in your fucking pants. How about we tell that story? Because he wanted to go fuck all these bitches, and then one of these bitches got mad and decided, I'm going to set fire to their fucking house. So thanks for that. I don't have any baby pictures left, you motherfucker, you. I'm sick of your ass. Can't bring no friends around him because he wants to try to date my friends. The ones that are of age. Can't bring no fucking friends around his ass because he's just a dog. I'm sick of you.
With me, though.
That's accurate.
Even there.
Let's not forget the forklift incident. Don't let Clay around heavy machinery because he'll just fucking crush his toe.
Jeez.
You're going to crush your toe and then not sue. That was interesting to me. You could have made money off of that.
You can't sue if you run yourself over.
I can't even like really smoke that much weed with Clay because he'll smoke half a joint. Talk about I'm having an out of body experience. Like, chill out, motherfucker.
Shit.
I mean, how are you gonna have your sister come visit you from all the way out of state and you'd be like, I don't really like it when people are in my house.
Invite
Like,
you.
fuck
You
you,
up there.
dude. I didn't even have to be here with your old ass.
Is there an
Clay's like that guy in the clubs when you're like dancing and it's dark And then, like, when the lights turn on, you get a look at him. You're like, oh, fuck, I got to get out of here.
What is it?
Oh.
Did you name your son after Jack Sparrow also? I've always wondered that. Like, did you really name him after Jack Sparrow?
Did I what?
Did you name your son after Jack Sparrow?
That's what I tell him.
That's about all I got, honestly.
Not gonna roast everybody else?
I don't know enough about everybody else. Dino kind of gets on my nerves though because he's a little loud, but I mean we're kind of loud, you know. But I don't know anybody else enough to roast them, and I'm trying not to be rude. But
That's fair.
y'all have fun making fun of Cole because he's been pissing me the fuck off since I've got here. So please make me feel better. Take it away, y'all.
All right. Well, hell hath no fury that like a woman scorned. Bear with me here. Let me just try and switch this up. Jesus Christ, just so everyone can share in the wonderfulness, there are pictures. So Cole's house did burn down. So he has a wall with a bunch of pictures. He's like, these are all the young pictures I have. Now, this picture was one of the ones that he showed me, and I'm like, I didn't know you knew a trans man because this is the picture he showed me.
It looks like Jack Sparrow. That's why he named his kid
He
after
looks
him.
just like Jack Sparrow.
Oh my god!
Who's that rock star with the Botox? Oh my god!
Y'all lying to his face now, and that's
Why did
rude.
you
That's
do
rude.
that? Why did you do that
That
to
is-
yourself?
I mean, he's definitely evil. I mean, that's fair, but oh Jesus, it gets worse. Hold on, there are more pictures coming, everyone. Just bear with me here.
Don't do
More
it! Don't do
pictures.
it!
There are more pictures. This is what he did to his own cake, the fucking retard. That's fine.
Yeah, it kind of broke.
Did he poop that
It's
out?
broken in pieces. My mom baked it herself.
She baked it herself. That's I
Well,
mean,
she told me there was a box, and I was carrying it for her. Also, why am I carrying my own cake? And she was like, "Be careful of that." And she didn't tell me what it was, so I didn't take it seriously because that's who I am as a person. And so I dropped it by accident. You know, I didn't take great care of it. You know, I didn't know what it was. I didn't care.
okay, if you heard that story from this face, would you believe it? Absolutely the fuck not. Absolutely not.
I look like I'm going out for like I'm trying out for
Oh
OnlyFans.
my god!
You see what I was saying? Kurt Cobain and Ronnie Radke's love child. That's who he thought he was.
Kurt Cobain, yes.
Listen,
Oh my gosh, I would have never thought I would have had to agree with
there
that.
are too many stories here that in honesty are just offensive. I don't know what else to say. But moving right along, next we have, well, it's funny that Ruby, you would say that you hate to admit that Cole is funny because conversations that the rest of his friends have had behind closed doors has been when I introduced him to our next guest, he literally said, he's like, man, if he wasn't so funny, I would have blocked his ass because he goes way too fucking much.
Yeah.
Now, but also too, you know, as much as this face right here looks like the vocabulary is limited to unga bunga wheel, unga bunga fire, our next guest goes even further. So here is Kyle Petrilla. Go for it, sir.
God, I hate you. All right. So, okay, you can put up the screen.
Give me 1 second. Oh, hold on.
What screen?
Don't worry about it. I'm in charge. There you go. All right.
I see.
You see now?
Yes.
The best part is I totally didn't just write all these jokes after having a month to do it. But
You and me both, sir.
That's accurate.
so I worked with Dino on a haunted set, and it was you know, we would act and scare people, which, you know, is natural for him. But we would get like makeup to enhance the look. But then after the run, I decided to introduce him to all the people he didn't meet, like the hair women. And also, if you've met him, then you'll probably know that he's Greek because you've talked to him for 1 minute, and I'm sure he mentioned it. He's actually like super popular in Greece. Like they have like fucking statues for this motherfucker. And I didn't know that he had a pet turtle. But he also grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, and he, like everybody knows, Dino used to be fat. Well, as you can see, about the size of a turtle, and but like he was a Jehovah's Witness, so I can only imagine when he knocked on people's doors, it was kind of like this. All right. Oh, we went back to classic Dino. All right. I also recently learned that he had his gallbladder removed about 10, 12 years ago, and I think that was his first attempt at weight loss. I'm not sure.
Small steps, little steps, very key.
That's hilarious.
It's funny because Dino is, I'm not going to say lazy, I'll just say really fucking lazy. And because like his crutch has been food for his entire life. So that you don't get to 500 pounds with like being indifferent to food. And then, but he lost all his weight by fasting, which meant when it was between not eating the thing he loved forever and actually getting off your ass and working out, he chose to give up the thing he loved.
100% accurate.
And he's been married twice, so there's been at least 2 big fat Greek weddings. All right, so I don't really know Ruby. This is the first picture I could find of her.
It don't work. I'm supposed to use it as a phone.
That's stupid.
But there's also this one, which I'm sure she's proud of.
Jesus Christ.
And
Thank you very much. I was doing hurricane relief for Texas, and it was like 6 a.m. in the morning, so fuck you for that.
6 a.m. is always in the morning.
I
But thank you for the clarification.
was caught off guard, you assholes. I clearly wasn't happy.
It's weird. This is a roast.
Oh Lord, I'm
anyways,
scared.
who's next? Fuck. Oh, okay. Oops. Previous. So it's funny. We talk about our group and a big group, and like we're trying to make a name and blah blah blah. And like up until now, we've been talking about like I've been in shows and movies and whatnot. Nothing crazy or commercial. And we talk about me being kind of a pseudo leader, frontman because of my success. But I will never. But I just learned I'll never do better than Atlas.
Gotta do it, baby.
That is perfect.
Like, he's a superhero. He teaches during the day and superhero at night, or well, villain anyways. He doesn't have to do the black makeup though, because we're convinced his wife beats him. So just black eyes. And that's his O face.
This is just too good.
Okay, who's next? Queen Fee.
Oh Lord.
Queen Fee, who is a comedian, also somehow the co-founder of Queen Fee Productions.
Magic.
You need it.
Co-founder.
So you had help with the production, but the name was all on you.
Yes.
So it's good. I wish I actually wrote these down. So Queen Fee is a comedian. Oh yeah, and also her website is just literally a picture of her explaining what she is, and then photos of her. Like there's
That's not done.
at queensbee.com. So it's very it tells you everything you need to know. Very little. So she has 7 kids.
Yeah.
7 kids. And so, like, if the Disney, like, Rachel Ziegler thing doesn't work out, you're next up.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she
new
stars in
Snow
the
White.
next Snow White.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh, I'm not white enough.
Neither is she.
Neither is she. That's the point.
But you're already, like, primed with, like, 7 diversity hires. All right. Who's next? I already did Atlas. Do you know?
Do you still need the pictures?
Yeah, I will.
It's just sitting out there.
Yeah, no, I like this. It's, just, in case you're just tuning in, that's Atlas's O-Face. Keelan. All right, I don't have a picture.
Can't even say the name right.
I don't. Okay, how do I say it? All right.
Should I jump in or?
Well,
it's Colleen.
Colleen?
Yep.
All right, it's fine. I only have so much to talk about. So she had a podcast called Talk Amongst Ourselves. It was about like they reviewed like SNL episodes, and then so I was listening to one, and the first 7.5 minutes of a 50-minute podcast was about her moving and downsizing, and then for about 3 minutes they talked about what the show was actually about. And then for 4 minutes, they talked about weather and season changing. 3 minutes later, back on topic. And then 2 minutes after that, they are talking about the troubles of puberty. So it had like as much structure and like to the point as any Biden speech. It lasted 28 episodes in about a year. 2 ratings, 3 stars.
Damn.
So you wonder why it's I don't know why it got canceled, but that might be why.
Hey Kyle, let me know when you want the pictures and I'll bring them back, okay?
Oh, I'm going to him right now.
Okay, then we'll do that.
Okay. This was actually a quote from the show. I've encountered people where their justification for things is so weird. Like they like some things and not others. People like some things and not others. It's very in-depth thoughts. That is, I even have the minutes of the episode. But somehow that's all about an SNL episode. All right, so now to the man of the hour, who I only have one photo of, and it is from him in high school.
That's hilarious.
Is that Post Malone? Who is that?
He's pre-Malone. It's like Cole is Post Malone without talent or money.
Yeah, they call that posts alone.
Post alone. And you do it fabulously.
Post Malone is also from Post.
But like, if you hear about his life with wrestling an alligator, being kidnapped by his siblings' father for like 6 months and didn't know it, and yeah, so he was taken, and his mom was not Liam Neeson. And it took 6 months for somebody else to get him back, and she was like, "Oh, he was gone."
Seems quieter. I don't know.
Seems quiet for a while.
Everything's
But to
been
this
working
day,
order.
she expresses that she was like deeply concerned for 3 of the months. But like, you hear about him like fighting crocodiles or fucking alligators, and his different choices of father and his siblings, and like, is this not just a southern version of Game of Thrones? But only with banjos, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and then they start channeling each other. All right. Happy birthday, Cole.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Holy shit! That is.
That's funny. That's good.
Oh God! All right.
I was kind of worried, you know that?
I mean, that's fair. That was aggressive. I mean, I feel like Cole and I got the brunt of it, and I'm okay with it. That's fine. Those some great
We
pictures.
would. We know each other the best. So.
Yeah.
That's just easier. And
Also, I wanted to go back. Ruby, you said that he was like the main character from Shameless. I'm pretty sure Cole's tits are bigger. That's the big difference too. All
They're
right.
called pecs.
No, not when they jiggle that
No,
much,
they're
sir. All right. Listen. Okay. Next we have. Okay. Let's get down to real talk here. We started late, and this was not her fault. It was Cole's fault. So let's just start there. But Queen Fee has 7 children, but also has abs. And what I'm assuming is like a dick root and a massive wiener. Like, I don't know what's going on. I like, she's been kind of nice the whole time, and I'm like, I feel like she's gonna stab one person at least. Like, because like, you don't have 7 kids and abs and not know violence as like right there, you know? Like, I feel like she's got like a collection of ears or eyeballs in one drawer that's just private. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. She was on time though, so that's saying something. Give it up for Queen Fee, everybody.
It was good. Oh my goodness, no. Thank you, Dina. I feel better now because I feel completely robbed of Kyle's. That was bullshit. Like, oh man, but no, like, let's see, who should I start off with? I can't do Dino because I actually love Dino. Like, I don't know, maybe
I like
it's the
that little
chunkiness.
actually in there.
Like, yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
him
like,
too.
maybe it's the chunkiness or but he's just so bubbly. No, he's my favorite. I don't, Kyle can go to hell. Let's start. Okay, so I really didn't have a lot to go off of either. So when I looked at like atlases, I could just think of like a baby Chewbacca. Like, yeah,
That's fair.
like just put a little bit more soprano in it, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why his wife beat him. It's 100% accurate.
That's what I was thinking. No, it definitely looked like an abusive relationship. They definitely look like a couple that says the word nigger when no one's around. Kyle, like, I just didn't understand why you have like your forehead had a butt shape to it. Like, I didn't understand why. You look like the Star Trek alien. I don't know. Do you remember the dude, the black one? I didn't know they had white ones.
so you think I'm black too?
No, I didn't know they had white ones. I would never think. No. I wanted a bunch
They're called
jump off
Caucasian.
your eyebrows. Like it just looked like a hell of a slope. What else? What else do I got?
It's called his eye cleavage. That's what he
Brow
calls
cleavage.
it. Yeah. His
Brow cleavage.
Hey,
I like.
Hey,
No,
Queen
honestly,
Fee, my odds are
okay.
down here.
And I love it because you remind me of the dude from Night Court. Do you remember him? He was one of my.
So he's doing me, but better.
You said it.
Hey, nobody can roast me better than me.
Karen or Colleen. Is it Colleen? What is it? Kathleen? I didn't even look at
Colleen.
I'm sorry. It's Colleen. I'm sorry. I looked at it really fast. And I'm so happy that you came late so that, you know, I think it's enough said. I didn't have to be that person. But you definitely and I didn't really even know what to say about you. I didn't want to say anything mean because like we all know white women tears. Like I'm scared of those. So and then Ruby. I mean Ruby. I just thought you were a second Cole. Like no.
Same facial hair. Same facial hair.
I'm so sorry for what your mother has done to you too. No.
So
like,
far.
Geez. Like I know. And now she wants to do better. So now they always get old and want to do better. And now you're gonna fuck you up more. I'm sorry. And then Cole. See, the thing is, the only reason me and Cole are friends, the only reason I'm here is because I'm probably the only Black woman who hasn't blocked him.
That's accurate. That's accurate.
Like all the female comics in Colorado have him blocked. They said no.
That's a smart move.
I don't think it's Black exclusive.
No, it's not. No, but most of them are. They said no. No. I
some of the dudes
too. I did a tally. No, the guys who don't know Colorado, they're pervs. They're
all fit in, is what you're
I
telling
like
me.
that Queen Bee couldn't say Kayleen's name because white people's name's so complicated.
Usually it's your last names. It's usually like Papalakawaski or some bullshit. And then we have the first, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then we're just like Jones.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Just eat something easy.
You guys got to be Schmitzquask. And a lot of times, like, me and Cole have had these conversations about, because we've both been, I've been attempted to be kidnapped, but I'm not as expensive. In the rate, Black children, white children, they're just a little bit more. So he actually got kidnapped. It was a little bit more worth it.
He is ginger though.
That's so terrible. I'm half ginger.
A lower rating.
He probably had his hair cut. You can't really tell whenever, I'm like, Cole's one of the best, and worst people to have as a friend. He's what reminds me why I hate men.
That's accurate.
No, sometimes whenever I'm like, I want a relationship, I really want to, I just go talk to Cole. He just fucks it all up for me. Like sometimes I go into this because we have never met in person. Like I go into the DMs and my pussy is wet. I just talk to Cole and it's like looks like Fire Marshal Bill.
Oh shit!
Trust me, the feeling is mutual. Okay.
What a fucking liar! No, it's not. It's so full of shit, Cole.
Oh shit.
I what else? Yeah, he's the worst person ever. Like, so I'm done. That's me. My name is Queen Fee. You guys.
Thank you so much. I feel that was very accurate, but also it's hilarious because Cole's mom has 6 kids and 6 baby daddies. You have 7 kids, 1 baby daddy. I feel like you can lord that over her,
Okay,
I hold it over everybody.
Okay, let's be real for a second. My mom got 3 baby daddies. Calm down, relax.
I have only one,
she still got
I
your beat,
hold it
though.
over everybody.
Yeah, she's still literally yeah.
No, but she has 7 kids and ripped abs. Every woman must hate her.
I mean, that's accurate. Yeah, there's no question. And guys are like, her dick is huge.
So I try to help yourself.
I mean, let's not go that far. You're pretty mean, but still, you probably are aggressively shooting people with a paintball gun. You're like, see, it's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna leave a little mark. Go faster, Fatso.
It's a small one. It's not even a full inch.
I mean, that's fair.
Not helping your case much.
It's open.
1/4.
An open wound.
All
if
right.
you're a pussy.
Well, we're friends with Cole. I believe me and Kyle are the only pussies he doesn't know. Because I remember so hilariously between Cole, Kyle, Atlas, and myself, we're all over 6 feet. But having met Cole in person, it's like he's over 6 feet, but I'm a man over 6 feet. Right?
No,
And
I don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of you are 6 feet because
so
no.
I'm 6'2", 6'3" ish.
You all have short man energy.
Ain't that true?
Listen, that may be true, but I just recently lost 250 pounds, so now I can see my wiener. Everything's changing.
We're running a psyop to make everyone think we're over 6 foot.
Yeah, we're actually all 5'9". That's actually
White men are the best liars.
Average height for the time.
That's 100% accurate. So our next guest, we actually did a show today, and I'll tell you, he is the most funny person you'll ever meet. Everyone has been showing pictures of Syndrome. Hilariously, there are more pictures that you're going to see today that Cole sent me privately that will be making a showing. But the fact is that he is like, clearly if you see him on the street, you would cross because you're like, that guy's definitely a serial killer. There's no question. And it's not because he's threatening. It's just the fact that, like, he has a scar down his eye and he's like, it happened because I fell out of bed. And you're like, it didn't. It was definitely a close quarter combat defensive wound. And he was like, yeah, I killed that motherfucker. And now this is my only scar. I call it by their name because they're going to regret it forever. It's fine. But, because of him, I'll be honest, it's led to me doing more on the internet. So if anyone ever has a problem with the content I produce, you can blame this guy. So here's Atlas Novak. There you go.
Thank you, Dino, for deciding to host the roast of somebody who is very clearly going to become you in 15 years.
He's finding the 250 pounds I lost. That's fine.
Dino calls himself the genetic marvel because despite being over 500 pounds at points in his life, he managed to not have man boobs. That's not why he's the genetic marvel. Dino, the marvel is how the hell did your arteries not manage to explode?
I'm a wizard, baby.
Dino's a lot lighter these days, having lost over 200 pounds. So now he's approaching my weight. Look, Dino, if you're going to crib my style, the least you can do is have a seizure so that we can be epilepsy buddies.
Oh my God.
It's not for lack of trying.
Dino's Greek and has an Asian wife named Victoria. It's a played out trope, having the schlubby husband and the hot wife. Usually she's staying with him for the money. What I don't understand is that Dino has no money. You literally build Legos in your basement all day and then read Marcus Aurelius like you're contributing to society. At least Socrates made strides in philosophy while not making any money. The least you could do is write your own shit. But seriously, for the only man I met during the pandemic that doesn't involve guzzling cum, you have been a great friend and co-host. And I hope Kyla Petrila doesn't kill you in a fate of rage someday.
It'll be like Godzilla versus King Kong, though. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should film that. Like, make that the next event.
Yeah. Ruby Red, it's nice to meet you, Ruby. I like how your name makes you sound like the scrapped name for the girl in The Fifth Element. But somehow you managed to look like the porn parody of The Fifth Element. Ruby Red in The Sixth Element. It's cum. Cum is the sixth element. From what I heard about you from Dino, you beat up little people. But if you're going to save our planet by firing spooge at a giant asteroid, I say you get a pass. Speaking of asteroid spooge, Kyle Petrila. You met Dino while you were both working at a haunted house. And For context, these guys are both over 6 feet tall and have an insatiable need to consume the flesh of small children. Talk about putting a hat on a hat, guys.
I mean, I was born for it. That's it's
Sure.
accurate.
Kyle also helped Dino through his first mushroom trip. Guys, if you're going to become a stereotype, at least be better at hiding it. The only way this gay relationship gets any more cliche is if Kyle and Dino end up being roommates after Victoria ends their lavender marriage. Queen Fee, I haven't met you either. From what I've seen from your social media, you're pretty into fitness. You look like the fun English teacher who gets her class to read The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison and then tells them to have a great summer afterwards. Why are you even here? We're all a bunch of schlubby white people, and Dino's the hot one. You have 7 kids? Did you see Cheaper by the Dozen and think, I'm going to do that? Get halfway through and think, I'm good. If you're here roasting other people on this panel, and then we know you got fired from interacting children, how is that even possible? You had 7 chances to get it right.
Jeez.
Speaking of hating children, Killeen. Killeen Griffin is a great friend of ours. Killeen, my name is Atlas. How is it that I've met someone whose name is even more stupid than mine is? Your name sounds normal, but it's spelled like it should be cartoon sound effects. Killeen! Killeen is pretty solidly Gen X. Every time I see your posts on social media, Killeen, you sound like Grandpa Simpson if he got a sex change operation. You look like a rat king of every Karen, and somehow you were even late to this roast. That was already late. We're going to start calling it Karen time if that's how it's going to be.
Oh.
For real, though, you've been a wonderful guest on Generation Dan. You're a wonderful person and friend. Killeen, if I know that if I have a seizure, I can count on you to knock me upside the head. Helpful. Now for the man of the hour, Cole Clayton. Cole's got a baby mama. He's got a child out of wedlock. He's got a username Sniffing Glue 22. My man, you're trying way too hard here. The only way you would get more obviously redneck is if you use Mountain Dew as a lube.
That's a good idea.
Have? Never mind then. All right, that's good. Cole graduated high school in 2011, the year No Child Left Behind was repealed in the United States. How is it someone so dumb that the government was like, Cole Clayton graduated? Okay, we can't keep that shit around. That's got to go.
That's accurate.
Cole, if somebody wrote a book about your life that you wouldn't know how to read anyway, it'd be called Hillbilly TikTok. Credit where it's due, though, it's probably better than Hillbilly Elegy was. Cole is who I could have been if my parents didn't love me enough to use me as a pawn in divorce court, I think. You look like you congealed in a gutter somewhere specifically for the purpose of taking forever to put your order in at Popeyes.
Jesus Christ.
Cole and I did some shows together when I went up to Cleveland. He's the only person I know who gets thousands of views on TikTok, but can't keep an audience captive for longer than 30 seconds. Oh, I get it. Okay. Cole, for somebody who I've known since the world fell apart, you know how to roll with the punches. You inspire me to be a better content creator, Dino to be a better chef on Hammered and Cheese, and your baby mama to one day drive a railroad spike through your chest. Happy birthday, my man. Good night, everybody.
That was awesome.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Hillbilly TikTok, I love it.
That's accurate. That's painfully so. Oh,
Kelleen's gonna kill me.
I mean,
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You know how we always hear about how women like watching serial killers and all that kind of stuff late at night? Killeen is studying for her future part because she is definitely aiming to kill someone. There's no question. And realistically, it's the whole reason is just to make sure no one ever mispronounces her name ever fucking again. She's like, it's gonna be in the fucking news. You're gonna hear it. You're all gonna say it right, or I'm gonna keep on fucking killing people. I still can't get her name right, and she gets mad constantly. But let's bring on Colleen, and hopefully she can explain it for you. It's all yours. You are muted. We cannot hear you.
The whole time.
And the jokes keep going, baby. Still muted.
Nope, still muted.
Still muted.
She's muted. Does she not have a mic? Like, it doesn't show muted.
Yeah, it doesn't show muted.
There might be like go to settings. Also, it could be like the computer.
Here it is.
There.
Sorry. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Boom.
It was the button.
I'm so dead.
Everything you said up until now, nobody heard.
You're not that important to be so dead. No, part of the reason I took so long to come, which is something that like everybody says to Cole when they're in bed with him, is because my hair is growing back so thick. I don't know what to do with that.
I feel personally attacked.
I have that problem.
Oh, well, you know what I said earlier before I came on this roast is that if we could find a solution to men's hair loss, world peace would be achieved.
Well, I go to war. That's fair.
Marcus Aurelius, Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Dino, Greek Empire. But anyways, I truly like, it's so weird that you guys think I'm like an angry person because I don't really want to like go after you, but hell, let's give it a try. Kyle and Dino, are you Canadian? Because I haven't heard. Like, I have a family member in the Canadian Mining Hall of Fame. And I have half of my family is Canadian. You guys talk about being Canadian so much more than they ever did.
Yes.
It's more of a distinguishing, not American.
They're like America and Canada, right?
Mass. It's mass with an S. And Ruby, then that your name is a birthstone is very appropriate.
Thank you.
Oh, come on. Like 7 kids.
Oh, God.
And Atlas, like, you were named after a map, but you are still searching for a good stand-up. Type 5.
Oh. Shit.
Wow. Jesus.
Oh, I'm making this up as I go along.
That's
and
Pretty good.
You know what? Sorry, Cole, I feel like I need to be like gentle with you, but that's not how you like it.
Damn.
I'm damaged, I know.
Get him.
Finish him.
Get over here.
No.
That's Street Fighter, wrong game.
Seriously, why did you make me wait this long? Which again, it's like that's what she said. All of these are that's what she said.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, you don't know what his thing is or her thing is. Honestly, Cole, do you have any dating apps you haven't been banned from?
Any dating that I haven't been banned from? Is that the question?
Any
Dating apps.
There's another app option?
There's always going to be a new one.
I have restraining orders too. So
from men as well, not
Yeah,
just
them
women.
too.
You know what? Fish in the sea have been recalled for salmonella.
God, that's mean.
But Cole, honestly, like they said, you are easy to love and easy to be so, I don't want to say hate, but frustrated with.
That's fair.
But I'm grateful to have you and call you a friend. I don't know if you call me one, but whatever.
We wouldn't be on here if you weren't. So.
No, thank you. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being a part of this, even if... Listen, oh, and Kyle, by the way, I am going to be at a podcast later tonight about the David Lynch version of Dune. And
I heard Lynch.
And covering Kyle MacLachlan is less painful than you time stamping my podcast.
Hey, I had to listen to it. Fuck.
That was your choice, dude.
Your career doesn't have a timestamp on the internet, really. So I had to deep dive into something you did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oof.
So, you're welcome.
Thank you, Colleen. That was spectacular. If anything, I feel like it's just telling, or at least solidifying our opinions that we got from Queen Fee. Cole can't be trusted around the opposite sex, or men either. Just really, anyone with smaller hands than him, don't be around him.
That's what makes him like weirdly interesting.
I know, because you're like, he's got those little hands like a lady or a midget, but no, he's got the face of a murderer.
What, like carnies?
Yeah.
My
Smells like
torso is bigger than my legs. No, what's weird is my torso is longer than my legs. It's so weird. I'm 6 foot tall, but it's all torso.
That actually runs in my family. What the hell? Are we related?
Got a boulder belly.
I'm like Gumby, a fat Gumby.
It's good to know that if he ever gets his legs chopped off like Cotton Hill and King of the Hill, he'll still be like 5'10".
He also has no ass. It's very entertaining to watch.
Oh my god, I think we are related.
Well,
in that
listen,
case, all of you are related.
Jesus Christ, I'm Greek. Fuck these people. Don't even lump me in with them, okay?
No, I'm full-blooded Irish on all ends.
I mean that.
Well, that explains some things.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's give it up for. I'm gonna try and keep up. He has sent me like 40 pictures to cycle through this whole thing. So please, everyone, be patient. I'm going to do my best, but for lack of a better word, here is my human person friend, Cole Clayton, for his roast.
Is this gonna be like the worst like high school reunion ever?
I forgot he got a turn.
I mean, in case we forgot, this is what he looks like.
That's what I used to look like. This is what I look like now. I know, I've aged.
I can't.
I'm not sure which is worse, but
he went from Jack Sparrow to Jesse Pinkman.
You know what? I have a picture at that age in a Backstreet Boys t-shirt, so I can't talk.
Someone wanted to take the right because of prior commitment. He asked me certain questions. Do you remember who she is?
Of all the times this conversation could have happened.
All right, my mom wants to roast me real quick.
Why didn't you have your mom on here?
I don't know.
I feel like your mom is just going to punch you in the side of the head. That's fine.
I'm not the one doing the roast.
Okay.
All right. You should have given your mom time.
Yeah, that's going to be weird if your mom instead of being like, oh, you're getting fat.
A teenager, you were subjected to
rape.
Move. Put her on. Move.
Different story, bro.
Move over. Hey, let your mom get close to the mic.
Women, so.
Not in Texas. Anyway,
Move. Put
so
her in the seat.
apparently there was a bucket test, and you are the only boyfriend. And I don't know if bucket may not be right, but there was some kind of test.
Bro, they're always testing me.
No,
The schools.
no,
These niggas.
Because he's on the spectrum.
friend. You were, I think, a potential boyfriend.
Okay.
But the dad subjected all the boyfriends to this certain test. I want to take the bucket test, but that may not be right. And you are the only boyfriend who ever failed the test.
That sounds like he was raising a whore.
Was there reading involved? Because he's not good at that.
He just MC.
To me,
I don't know anything about that. So you're talking about ex-girlfriends?
Yeah.
one
This
of
is a fantastic half of a
I
story.
have dated a guy who did that.
I have so many ex-girlfriends, bro.
I'm aware.
God damn. Fuck.
I mean, that's fair.
You don't even. You have no guess.
It's not my baby mom. I know that much.
Oh God, help us all.
Was it healthy?
It was Kelsey.
Yeah, that's the only one that mattered.
And
So.
Kelsey's a happy 30th. She could have been a part of it, but she had a prior commitment.
Yeah, well, tell her I said thank you.
And she said you were the only boyfriend to this day that ever failed Big Kevin's test, whatever the fuck it was.
Oh.
Yeah, was it a bucket test? I can't remember.
I didn't even know I was being tested, to be honest with you. So
This
To
is the
be
perfect
fair,
time for this
I'm hearing about
conversation.
this.
For
I
sure.
like that whole
To
relationship.
be
with
fair,
him.
you all showed us photos of him when he was a teenager. I'd be pretty pissed off if my daughter brought that home to me too.
It was like she made the movie and then started asking him questions
what does that
about,
ever matter?
If you see how that fucking shit worked out.
well, what's this test? You're telling the
Let me do
story.
my jokes. Go watch it on the TV in the living room.
You're comfortable. You're very comfortable.
Yeah, you gotta shut the fuck up then.
He's streaming his
So
birthday.
you should have
roast
just
to
gave her time. You
TV.
wouldn't have had to go through this.
If
I
you
feel
just
like
wanna,
you shouldn't eat that cake. Don't eat that cake, Cole. There's definitely poison in that cake. 100%.
Chocolate Dr.
I
Pepper.
just-
My mom literally had an out, and she got me back from Florida. She got the feds involved and a private investigator. She wanted
He
to kill
said she
me.
had-
She could have just left me in Florida.
I've thought about that many times.
We have way
Oh,
too-
alligators! I would have died.
thought about it.
I mean, did you really live though? I think that's fair. That's
I've lived
Bitch
more life than
died.
all of you combined.
Not me.
Bullshit.
Not me.
That's- not in a healthy way.
Bullshit.
Are you gonna shut up?
Okay, I'm done.
Just
Okay.
you can laugh, but that's it.
Okay.
Nothing. No comments. No.
Okay, sweetheart.
No peanut gallery shit.
Okay, my baby.
All right.
She's definitely lying, just to be clear.
I know. She comes in right when I'm telling the shit. Now I'm not.
Not even 30
I'm
seconds.
about to get hit over here. I'm in striking distance.
Woo!
And I'm not even talking about her.
Within. Oh my god.
Look at
I'm
me.
real glad I drove all the way
All
from
right.
Louisiana.
Anyway, first off, I want to thank everybody for doing this, and I appreciate you guys so much. You know,
You're welcome.
I know y'all thought this was weird, but the way I look at it is, if y'all are willing to write jokes about me, y'all are thinking about me. You know what I mean? Even though I kind of asked you, but regardless, at least you did it. But first off, I want to rip into our host tonight, and honestly, fuck all you other guys. You know, this is my BFF. Again, we had a breakup, and then we got back together. He's my BFF. I've never had any of that bullshit with any of you. You know, that makes us, we're tight like that.
Aw.
With that said, you know, I need to talk about the way you take pictures, man.
Oh, shit.
You like,
Okay, all right.
like, I don't know if you think you're a fat girl, or like if you're like just trying to pretend to be a boomer, or if you just did not learn phone etiquette at any point.
You mean like he has a flip phone? Like he takes pictures like he has a flip phone.
Look at this one. Like,
It gets worse. This is in Beijing.
No, God.
That was on the Great Wall.
Tino.
That was on the Great Wall of China. I climbed it. I got a card that says I'm a hero. The whole thing.
From his grandma?
Tino.
He got a card from his grandma?
what? Like, my mom brings up a good point. Is that a Canadian thing? Is that just like, hey, you know, be half?
Kind
Like,
of,
you wanted
kind
to be
of.
half a man, to be less of you so bad that you were cropping photos.
I only recently started fitting in one
God.
picture. That's real. Yeah.
With that said, I'm gonna move on to the next guy. Atlas also has some photography issues.
Oh, this is
He looks like he photoshopped himself into every photo. Like he looks like he's AI pretending to be in the photo. Like he's just, look, I'm in baseball. I do roller skates. I'm a rock star. Like, look at the guy behind him. Go back. Look at the guy behind him. He's like looking in, like he's looking through Atlas. Like he's not in that photo. Yeah, Atlas is not playing guitar. I'm playing guitar. I do stand up. I'm at a thing. Like,
Oh my!
what is this? Atlas?
Oh, Atlas.
Play baseball.
There's no one else
I
playing.
think I'm
No
a
one else
man.
playing.
Choke up a little bit.
Also, you put on some weight, bro. Like,
Oh
I
no, but he looks more in the moment there.
Oh,
Look,
the
I
bus.
am Bob's
Why?
Burgers.
Is that like Super Troopers cosplay?
No, it's Bob's Burgers. He's Bob.
You look like AI. You look like you're not actually in the photo. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's so fucking funny.
It's accurate.
It's the eyebrows. The eyebrows are too intense for everything else.
Look, I'm at the beach.
Like I'm laughing so hard I'm forgetting I'm on camera.
I'm in a parking lot.
I'm voting, you idiot.
I walk dogs
oh my.
with a stroller. Hey, I'm a guy. It says something. I don't know what, because I'm AI. I can't read. Which I feel you there. I can't read either.
Syndrome.
Frozone or whoever the fuck from Incredibles.
What is? Oh god.
He's Syndrome, baby.
Yeah, Syndrome. I'm
But it's-
Syndrome.
I know,
I'm a
but it's-
super
but
villain.
But it's
Oh my god.
We can see your full 003 and a half.
That was a really tight costume. It
We can
physically
tell.
hurt. Yeah.
It's very tight, especially
no.
on the white see-through part. That's a
Yeah.
bad choice.
I'm telling you, Alan's
Oh,
a giant
no.
dick. I've seen it in the wild. And then this one is, look, I point at stuff. That's it.
Why?
No, like he wears pants and it just hugs his junk. I've seen his dick. I've seen it. It's huge. Look, I have an afro.
no. You play Bob Ross
Yeah.
Definitely Bob Ross.
because
Look,
somebody.
I'm on the beach
my
again.
best- Oh god.
That's him
There
stalking
is a
people.
reason we are friends, and it's
All the
like
dudes on
freaking
this
me
rack
out.
have way more dick than I had. I used to be a hoe.
Fuck, get the fuck out of here.
I appreciate you cropping out my family. If they have to see this, they would.
My
be
best
incredibly
guy friend
disappointed.
my best guy friend from college borrowed my wig when I went as Justin Guarini from American Idol. You won't understand that. To go as Bob Ross, and he ended up just like randomly coming into my room and passing out.
As Bob Ross.
Yes.
It was definitely
Bro,
Bob.
he
All right,
wanted to fuck.
I'm gonna do some happy little puking on your pillow.
Yes. Yes. Some happy little Jägermeister.
Yeah.
So next person up, I want to bring up the fact that Kyle Petrila, you guys have been bringing his name up wrong. But don't he just remind you of Robert from Everybody Loves Raymond? He's just him with long hair. That's it.
Are you
Yeah,
still
everybody
watching
loves
that
me.
show?
No, but that's exactly who I fucking go right back to. And then, like, lastly, he's just the humanoid version, or the human version of Marvin from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Is he not? He's always bumming everybody out with his, like, sadness. And he's not even sad about anything. He's just who he is. Play the clip. Play the clip.
So me on
I'm
Twitter.
mad y'all didn't tell me I could have clips, and I think it's because I'm black.
I told you that, but why is it in the background?
I'm not sure.
See, that's what you get.
Yeah.
I
I
said
do
you should
not-
have clips.
I'm trying. It's not working. Hold on.
Can you just share screen?
Give me 1 second here.
I always had a name of like the caveman from the Geico commercial.
Yeah, that was too easy.
I know, but
From a Geico.
Yeah, we already all
I
kind
was
of
gonna
did that.
that
Not that one. Not that one.
It's
Not
not
that one.
dirty
I'm
underwear.
trying.
It's a red
Oh
flag,
my
and you
God.
may as well start
Yes.
waving.
Hold on.
See, not only is this joke ruined, but the next one too.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Why isn't it playing? What's the deal? There we go.
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Well, we have something that should take your mind off things.
It won't work. I have an exceptionally large mind.
Yeah, we know, but
This is Kyle, by the way.
we need you to go down to the number 2 entry bay and pick up our stowaways and bring them up here.
Just that. I won't enjoy it.
Yeah, well, that's life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
Wildly, the same
Basically.
size head, just taller. Same size
Forget that
head,
he's
just
Alan
taller.
Rickman. That's
I could be worse.
And if he probably looks like him too.
Then you kind of already got a glimpse of the next joke, but Colleen is from Indiana, and she's basically just the walking version of Leslie Knope. Like, everybody sees it, right? You just play the clip. Play the clip, you'll know what I'm talking about.
You know what? I might want to borrow this.
Ew, no one wants your dirty underwear, but
It's not dirty underwear. It's a white flag, and you may as well start waving it right now,
the only
Leslie.
thing I will be waving is your decapitated head on a stick in front of your weeping mother.
Okay, look, I think things are starting to get a little out of control here.
I agree. You betrayed me and you went behind my back, and now you need to pay.
I need to pay.
Do I stutter?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's
Oh
accurate.
my god. Okay, that's one of the best compliments. Damn it, Cole. That's one of the best compliments I've ever been given. And guess what? My stepbrother went to college with the wife of the guy who created Parks and Rec.
Anyway, the point
There's no
was
lighter
that
sentence than ever
Colleen
been uttered.
takes shit way aggressively too much sometimes.
Also true.
She's particular. And then I want to go ahead and talk about Queen Bee. She's a lovely woman. She's a good friend of mine. She's so beautiful. Let's just like go through her photos real quick. You know, like just keep going. You know,
Really? We're doing that?
Yeah,
Oh, that's dirty.
like
you can do it.
Oh my god.
You can do it.
The man who tried to like school John Lewis on civil rights.
believe it or not, this is my good eye. Like
he
like, are you
tweeted-
blind
he
in one eye? Why do you look? Like half your photos? You're like you got hair in your face like this. Like you're the real emo here, not me. Like, and then my lovely sister.
Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Okay.
What can I say about her?
Not a goddamn
She's in the room with you. Be careful.
Why the fuck do you drive across the country to surprise me? Like, what is that about? Like, why? You know, you not only you came over to my house without my notice, my consent, and brought my mother, and you know I don't like women. You know it. You brought two women over here. I walked in my door and people were in my house. Y'all are. I'm a gun owner. You're lucky the gun was on the other side of y'all. It was just.
I feel like they both needed an alibi, and you're it.
Well, you got up in your own hands because who the fuck let us in?
This footage does feel like it's gonna someday be used on an episode of Dateline.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
It's just gonna go into my cancellation. That's all.
Yeah. No,
Keep talking about it. I'll take the
Cancellation. That sounds like a militia.
If Cole has
Tell
gone
you
this
love her.
far
My
without
mom is making me nervous,
Tell your sister you love her.
giving me anxiety.
Tell your
So
sister you love
I
her.
am going to close the show with that.
Whatever.
Where can we find everybody?
Oh, jeez.
Go ahead, throw one person up the big screen at a time so they can plug themselves.
Just hey,
He said one at a time.
Sniffing Glue 22, Dino the Genetic Marvel, Kyle Petrila, Kel to the Lean, Ruby Red 2378, Atlas Novak, and Queen Fee at the bottom. Follow us. If you can't read, that's your fucking problem. Go back to school. Don't go where Cole went because they passed him without an education whatsoever.
Go
This
exactly
single
where I
cool.
went. It's easier that way.
They closed the school down.
Yeah, they did.
I'm gonna end with this picture, just so you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, if there's anything we've learned from this
Stop.
road,
Oh my god.
it's that if
That
Cole
was my
managed,
graduating photo.
oh my god, if
That
Cole
picture,
managed to
I
not
will
get
never get
canceled
over
by
it.
this point, he's the Henry Kissinger of the internet. He will not
Okay,
get
yes.
All right.
I don't
Welcome
know
to
who
30
any of
Cole.
these people are.
Everyone has been hilarious. Have a great night, everybody. And this is gonna
And
be
I love
clipped
that
and
cake.
everyone.
It looks
See you
like
later.
shit.
You know, it's like Mr. Hanky, the birthday.
Looks like some